Hi guys, welcome back to this short video from Bitesize Excel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how you can separate data from a column into separate columns using Excel's handy little text to column tool. Now you can find this tool if you go to your Data tab and over to this Data Tools section. It's this text to columns button. And basically there are two options within this that you can use. You can either split your data based on a particular character, such as a comma, a tab, or a space. That's delimited splitting. Or you can split your data by a fixed width, meaning you're going to split your data based on a fixed position within your cell. So saying that, let's start with looking at delimited splitting. So in our example here, we've got last name, first name data, and we want to split it out into columns. So we've got last name and then first name. So to do this, what we do is we select our data, come back to our Data tab and text to columns, and we want to use this delimited option, which will help us split it by the comma within our cell. So if we hit next, we then want to select what character type we want to split this data by. So it's not by tab, we want to split it by comma. And you'll notice that's a little space in here. So we also want to split it by the space and have this box that treats consecutive delimiters as one checked. So basically it's combining the comma and the space. And you can scroll down through your data to make sure that this is working correctly. And the easiest thing to do is hit finish. And what you can see is it's split it by last name and then first name, but it's gotten rid of your initial column. If you don't want to do that, if you wanted to start in this cell here, if we go back, hit text to columns, go through the same process, all the same options are still filled in, click next. This third tab basically gives you options about the format of the data, but also where you want it to start. So instead of A2, we want it to start in B2. So we'll just change that. And this time when we click finish, you'll notice you've got your last name and your first name in. Moving on to splitting by a fixed width. In this example, we've got the election year and the president that was elected. And we want to split it, so we've got the election year in one column and our presidents in another. So to do this, once again, we select our data, come back to our text to columns, and this time we're going to pick fixed width. Now if we click next, you'll see that this line comes in as to where you want to split it. And what we can do is we can put the line wherever we want it. And we can actually insert a second one. So in this instance, I don't want the comma and the space. So I'm going to put a second one in and leave this column in. Now if I were to click finish at this point, you'd obviously get a column with this comma and the space. And again, as per the previous example, because I didn't change where I wanted it to start, it's replaced my original data. So going back a step, so we come back to our text to columns, go back to our fixed width, click next. Again, I'm going to set it up the same way as I had it last time. Click next again. And I'm going to start by saying I want these to go to B2. Now we can click on our second little group here. And because we don't actually want this comma in the space, you can check this option here, do not import column. So you're going to skip this middle one. So you'll only have your year and your presidents. And if we click finish at this point, you'll see we now have our election year in the correct column and our president in the final column. So that's a really quick introduction to text columns. As always, if you've got any specific questions on this or anything else, please do leave me a comment. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on what you might like to see in future videos. If you found this video useful, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video.